Welcome to the social science class. Today we are going to start the new chapter.
Children, name of the chapter is Revolt of 1857. You must have heard about this revolt. This is also known as the First War of Independence. By 1857, India had completed 100 years of British rule. Children, during this period, the Indians, they were quite unhappy and resented foreign rule, as British, they were quite dominating and exploitative. The main objective of the British was to drain India's wealth and to exploit its resources for maximum profit. Now, the causes of the revolt, there are a number of reasons for the revolt. The first one was the political cause. Children, Lord Dalhousie, he caused widespread resentment among the Indian rulers by his policy of doctrine of lapse to annex the Indian states. It gave the company the power to annex any state without a natural heir to the throne. Lord Dalhousie annexed the states of Satara, Nagpur, and Jhansi by applying this policy. Children, the next cause was the economic cause. The deindustrialization and deurbanization was faced by India during this period of time. It was forced by East India Company to become a major supplier of raw materials. You have heard about, in the previous chapter, you have heard about the British revenue policy. The policies adopted by the East India Company, it led to the economic exploitation of India. The land revenue system introduced by the company caused misery and hardship for the peasants. The peasants, they were exploited by the zamindars and company officials who entangled them in a vicious circle of debt. Children, next one is the social and religious cause. Since the early 19th century, the British started intervening in the matters of social customs and religious practices of India. This caused popular discontent among the masses. For example, acts passed by the British for social reforms, such as the abolition of the custom of sati and widow remarriage. People, they were feeling that it is a threat to their religion and custom. Fourth one is the military cause. The sepoys serving in the British army were ill paid, badly housed, and racially discriminated. They were looked down upon by their European counterparts. The Indian sepoys, they were not getting the actual amount or the deserving amount of salary, the special allowance, the bhatta, and they were not even getting the promotions as compared to their European counterparts. Children, the immediate cause of revolution was the introduction of the Enfield rifles in 1857. It served as the trigger for the revolt. It was rumored that the cartridges for these rifles were covered with a layer of grease made of animal fat. The cartridges had to be bitten off before being located. This went against the religious sentiments of both Hindus and Muslims. The rumor spread like wildfire. Indian soldiers refused to use the Enfield rifles and the cartridges. On 29th March 1857, Mangal Pandey, a sepoy of the 34th Bengal Native Infantry at Barakpur, he rebelled and refused to use the Enfield rifles. So he was executed. It led to the revolt in other places, which culminated in the great uprising at Meerut. Children, the revolt that had started out as a protest against the greased cartridges slowly spread to other parts of the country. It started at Meerut on 9th May 1857 and then moved towards Delhi. The revolutionaries, they marched from Meerut to Delhi on 11th May 1857. The small British garrison at Delhi could not resist them, and the city fell into the hands of the rebels within 2 days. Children, Nana Sahib, Begum Hazrat Mahal, Rani Lakshmi Bai, and the other leaders like the Nawab of Abad, Kamar Singh, and few more leaders, they started handling the revolt, and they wanted Bahadur Shah Zafar to be the leader of this revolt. Children, the British, they were ambushed at the beginning of the revolt but soon regained momentum. They suppressed this revolt. The East India Company official Lord Cannings, he successfully suppressed the revolt with the help of Sikh regiment which was loyal to the British. By September 1857, the British were successful in occupying Delhi again. Children, the last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, he was tried and charged at court and eventually sent to a prison in Rangoon, where he died in November 1862. Other leaders of the revolt met similar fates as Bahadur Shah Zafar. Rani Lakshmi Bai joined Tatya Tope at Gwalior. Tatya Tope was in charge of the revolt at Gwalior. The British were able to capture Gwalior in June 1858. Children, this revolt was suppressed by the British. There was few causes which was the reason for the failure of this revolt. The first reason was limited scope of the revolt. The entire country did not participate in the revolt. It was limited to Delhi, Meerut, Awadh, Bihar, Rohilkhand and some neighboring territories. The entire region of South India along with Punjab, Gujarat, North and West, Rajasthan, Bengal and Madhya Pradesh, etc., they remained away from the revolt. Second is lack of planning. Children, the most important cause for the failure was the lack of a definite plan and organization. The revolt of 1857 was a series of isolated uprisings without any organized link between the mutineers in different parts of the country. Third reason was superior military strength of the British. The British, they had unlimited resources and sufficient finance to fund their army during the revolt. The Indian sepoys used primitive weapons such as old guns, knives, swords to fight, while the British, they used superior military equipments. The availability of railways and introduction of telegraph was enabled them to communicate faster and dispatch men as well as the military equipment at the appropriate time. Next reason was Indian support to the British. Nizam of Hyderabad, rulers of Patiala in Punjab, they all were loyal to the British. The Pathan, hill tribes of the northwest frontier and the Gurkhas of Nepal, they rendered their services to the British during the revolt. Next is weak leadership. Children, the mutineers had great leaders like Tatya Tope, Nana Sahib, Rani Lakshmi Bai, but they could be successful only in certain regions of the country. They were brave but lacked foresight and knowledge of military strategy. Although the East India Company successfully suppressed the revolt of 1857, but it had challenged their superiority and power. Children, after the revolt of 1857, Queen Victoria issued a proclamation in 1858. The clauses which were mentioned in the Queen's proclamation are: the company rule came to an end and the administration control of India was transferred to the British Crown. The administration of the country was brought under the direct control of the British Crown. The Indian army was reorganized under the British Crown. The number of British soldiers were increased. The Indian soldiers were divided into martial and non martial races. Many rebels were pardoned except for the ones charged with the murders of the British officials. The practice of territorial annexation was also put to an end. The British decided to respect and stay away from any religious and social practices of the Indian people. After the revolt of 1857, many local revolts took place in the 19th century. Although the revolt of 1857 failed, but it paved way for the nationalist movement.
Thank you, Shamstars. That's all for today. In case of any doubt, you can drop your queries in the Google Classroom.